Hello Pisces, this is your January 2018 reading. The first of the traditional new year. Give me just a few seconds and I will cut the cards. The first card is the High Priest. I have the Emperor. I have an Eight of Swords. This is the High Priestess. I have a King of Swords reversed. I have a Three of Cups. This is the World. I have a Two of Cups. And then I have a Two of Pentacles. Very interesting. You do have some very strong cards here, 4 major arcana. And I think as far as just relationships in general, I do get a sense as far as love and relationships. Overall, my first impression is having to accept where someone is and having to move forward. I have this friendship. You have this Three of Cups and Two of Cups here. Of course, this is water. Probably has a lot to do with your energy as far as love. There could definitely be a friends to lovers situation here. Okay. So you have these major, this row here is the past. So you have the High Priest trying to calm down this Emperor in reverse. This Emperor, it's all about order and discipline with the Emperor, because the Emperor keeps things under control. The Emperor is a leader. You can also be a head of the family, a husband. So obviously when we get this in reverse, we could have, some of you could be having issues with a partner, someone who's on a power trip, someone who's not disciplined, who wasn't, someone who wasn't being supportive in a relationship. Okay. Now, the High Priest, he's all about tradition, duty, and honor. Sometimes the High Priest comes along. Sometimes the High Priest comes along to counsel, to mediate. If there's a disagreement between two people, the energy of the High Priest is about laying aside petty arguments, looking at the bigger picture, reaching for your higher spiritual self. Okay, and it's an external expression versus this High Priestess, which is all about our subconscious and our inner control here, our inner spirituality. So you've got some very spiritual cards that also correspond to the water energy, Pisces, where I think, excuse me, you're coming out of 2017. You're coming out of 2017 disappointed. Some of you tried to make a relationship work as much as possible, but you just could not go on. In fact, I believe in your 2018 yearly reading, you're starting the year off with a little bit of heartbreak and disappointment. So, yes, someone power tripping, someone who's undisciplined, unfaithful, which is in contrast, in conflict with the energy of the High Priest. So what we have now is what you've been through is dealing with this Eight of Swords here, dealing with confusion. Should you stay or should you go? What will happen now? Because I do get the sense that maybe some of you Pisces people have let someone go in the past few months. Some of you did emotionally say enough. So when we come here to the present, you have that energy of the High Priestess here. She's all about controlling her emotions. The High Priestess is always about being connected to our subconscious. She understands all mystery. She goes out in faith. She never doubts herself. Okay? She is so in tune with her subconscious and her gut feelings and her intuition. The High Priestess she gains power here through her inner control. And sometimes we have to put our emotions aside in order to listen to our intuition and listen to that still small voice that's talking to us and offering us wisdom. So definitely with the High Priest and the High Priestess here, and especially as major arcana for you Pisces, because Pisces people are definitely the most intuitive out of all the astrological signs. You live in another world almost as far as your psychic abilities and your gut feelings, and you're so hypersensitive. You feel everything, you anticipate everything. I feel like with these cups and High Priestess and High Priest together, I feel like some of you Pisces are turning a corner as far as healing emotionally. You've been emotionally battered and bruised, I think, throughout 2017, lots of ups and downs. And you do have this King of Swords right here in the middle. Could be someone with an air sign. This King of Swords, I believe this King of Swords represents Gemini, but it could be any air sign. And it could also represent the energy when this King of Swords is reversed. We're definitely talking about someone who's very manipulative and yet charismatic. Whenever I see a King of Swords reversed in a relationship reading, I definitely get a sense of someone who's a player, who's definitely a player to the extreme. And sometimes this person, a King of Swords reverse, represents a person who plays games a lot, mental games, because air represents our reasoning, our judgment, our communication. So yes, lots of confusion with this King of Swords. Will it sort of like, how is this going to work out between us? So yes, some of you Pisces are trying to leave someone behind. Some of you are trying to, I feel, just really detach yourself mentally as well from a particular toxic person in your life. So you do have this High Priestess. You have the World here in your future, which is the closing of a chapter here. But yes, definitely this King of Swords reverse surrounding the Three of Cups, surrounding friendship, potential happiness. And for some of you Pisces, I feel like these three cards in your present are saying, are we friends or not? Where is this relationship headed? For some of you, it's an issue of being in a casual relationship. Someone who's made promises to you and maybe didn't keep them. And I think you're definitely being a little bit smarter here, Pisces, with the energy of the High Priestess, because it feels as if some of you might be holding back your emotions with a very toxic person or individual, and you're not willing, with this energy of the Three of Cups, not willing to allow yourself to be taken advantage of. You might like this person, you might be attracted to this person, and this person might be attracted to you, but Another reason why this King of Swords is reversed, there might also be trust issues. You learning how to gain trust back and trust yourself. Especially as far as the relationship. Now, keep in mind, when you have an Emperor reversed and a King of Swords reversed, kings and emperors are rulers, they're authority figures. And so there's definitely a heads up here as far as relationships that some of you Pisces emotionally are trying to stop letting old relationship patterns and that old toxic energy you had in a previous relationship pull you back in, because sometimes emotionally it is difficult to let go. So looking at these two cards together with the Emperor and King of Swords reversed, someone does seem to have still has some influence over you. And it's toying with your emotions here. That's what I'm seeing here with the Three of Cups, especially since it's under the Eight of Swords here. So when we get here to your future, be very aware that before you move on to the next romance, or before you fall in love again, because I do feel it's going to be happening for you in the early part of the year, you do have the World. And the World is sort of like cashing out, you know, checks and balances. Like, okay, we're settling all accounts and we're moving on with your life. Okay. It also means that you've learned an important lesson. Okay. You know, and that's why the High Priest and High Priestess are very good energy here leading up to the World. Because once you learn your lessons, once you've gained wisdom from all the difficulties and conflicts and heartbreak that you've gone through, then you're ready for something new. You're like, okay, I'm done with it. I'm over it. So I do see an important shift here where I feel like some of you Pisces might be already transitioning to a new relationship. There's definitely a new person coming in. And I think it's also interesting with this Two of Pentacles here. We're very busy. The Two of Pentacles with the Two of Cups. We're meeting new people. There might even be a special person, but in the material world, it doesn't mean that you still won't be busy. I think that sometimes this can be a very good balance, because not only do we have a Two of Cups, the harmony and balance of emotions, we're looking at a Two of Pentacles here, which is harmony and balance in the real world. Balance with, I kind of feel like this Two of Pentacles is saying, yes, there's the potential for a restart or a new relationship coming for you, but that doesn't mean you need to put your life aside. You're still going to be very busy. You're still going to be focused on your goals as far as career and money. So I think that definitely looks really good for you in January. It feels like, yes, you'll have room to love again, but you're also not going to, you're also going to be very busy. This person should not assume that they're at your top priority list. And I feel like you're coming through from 2017 with a stronger sense of yourself, more confidence, and more self-awareness. Okay. That you're strong enough to get through this. You're strong enough to get through anything. So let me pull an outcome card. A King of Cups. And that is very important here because remember, there are certain court cards in the cups that do represent astrological signs. And so the nice thing is that, yes, this is still a water sign, but the King of Cups represents Scorpio. If this was a Queen of Cups, then yes. If it was a Knight of Cups, we would be looking at Pisces. Okay, but this is a King of Cups. And this is actually a wonderful card as well. I think that the combination of your cups with the High Priest and the High Priestess, I feel like you're coming into your own. You're being healed. You're being reborn. You're coming into the relationship much stronger emotionally. I think you're going to feel, I think you're going to feel a lot of momentum with you, that the future relationship that's coming for some of you, and it could be, yes, getting back together or starting over again. But I definitely feel that there's a lot of momentum with you, Pisces, that you've learned your lessons from love the past year or past 2 years. And emotionally, there's more self-esteem, more happiness. And I feel like you're not going to let someone hurt you again. I feel like you're able to stand on your own. So the lesson that we're learning here from your January reading, Pisces, is you've been healing, you've been getting stronger, you've been brave enough to look at what's working and not working in your relationships, and you're not afraid to take anything less. And in response, the universe is saying, don't worry, you're going to get a new start here. You're going to get a redo. So, Pisces, that was your reading. Happy New Year. I hope you've had a wonderful holiday season or are having a lovely start to your new year. And it's so good to start a new year of readings and, getting to meet new people and seeing what's in store for you. So thank you so much. It's good to see you, hear you. I look forward to reading the comments on YouTube. And I'm extending the Grand Romany reading for $30. This is a 21 card reading. You should check it out. The 2018 yearly readings are available in the playlist as well. So if you want to get a reading for what's coming up for you for the rest of 2018, there's a playlist, 2018 yearly readings for all astrological signs. So please check it out and go to tarotbyair.com or just email me, okay, if you're interested in booking a reading. So thank you so much. Take care. And as always, I wish you love and light.